Hey everybody, Adam here with Hometown Acres. Welcome back to the pond build. Today, we've got a dozer coming. Stick around. Alright guys, that is going to do it for today's update on the pond, and I'll tell you what, it is really starting to look like a pond now. 3 hours with that dozer, and he was able to shape the dam, roll the top of the dam in, get us some compaction. You know, we've put 5 or 6 videos out now on this pond, and I can't believe up to this point nobody has mentioned that we needed a dozer. I mean, really, each of those videos has somewhere between 15 and 25,000 views. That's over 100,000 views. Not one comment that said we needed a dozer. I'm just kidding, guys. I don't think there's been a single comment over the past 2 weeks that didn't mention a dozer in some capacity. The reason we didn't get a dozer here initially was because we didn't think we needed one. Shows our lack of experience. And then the reason we didn't have one here until now is because we weren't able to get one on such short notice. Any good dozer was booked for, you know, weeks and weeks and weeks. The reason that we got this D5 here was actually a stroke of luck. That dozer came from the same rental place we rented our Cat 312 from, and it wasn't supposed to be available. It finished up on a job early, and it wasn't scheduled out for the next job for another 3 or 4 days, so we don't have it here forever. So we've got to make hay while we have it. But I talked to the owner of the rental place. He said he'd be willing to bring it out here for the 3 or 4 days that it's going to be available, and he's actually the one running it because all of his operators are booked as well. And I'll tell you what, he's owned that rental company for 2 years now. He bought it 2 years ago. Prior to that, he ran a dozer for 20 years as his day job, and he is extremely skilled on that dozer. Name's John Madison, Madison Heavy Equipment, and I tell you what, he can run the tracks off of that dozer. If you don't know how to tell a good operator from one that isn't so good, here's my rule of thumb. If you can sit down and watch him run that dozer for 3 or 4 hours and not get bored, that's what I found. I could sit there and watch him run that thing all day long with how much he gets done. It's incredible the amount of dirt that he can move. We probably would have liked to have gotten a D6 here, but like I said, that D5 was the only one available, and having him in the chair of that D5, it's almost like he's running a D6. I mean, what he got done in 3 hours here is just incredible. But anyway, here's a look at the dam right now. We can actually walk across the top of it. It's no longer just a big heaping pile. And this part right here is probably about water level. As we get down here closer to the standpipe, this is where we need a lot more dirt. Probably another 3 feet, maybe 2 to 3 feet to get to water level, and then another 18 to 24 inches on top of that to make sure that, you know, our water doesn't come spilling over the top of it. And then we'll be able to cut this standpipe off once we get the dam done. Now, I'm sure there's going to be some people that say that your standpipe is way too close to your dam, but I actually think that's going to be good because, you know, if you ever watch Mike Morgan's videos, anytime he has any issues with his standpipe, he's got to hop in a boat to go out and unclog it or do whatever. This will be nice because I'll be able to stand up here on the dam, and I'd actually be able to wade down into, you know, 3 or 4 foot of water. And if I ever need to clean anything off or put a trash rack on there, I won't have to get in a boat or a kayak to do so. Now, where we're going to be pulling all that extra dirt from to build this dam up a little bit more is right down where that pipe is. I was originally thinking we were going to bury that pipe, but after talking with John, he said, no, what we'll do is we'll leave that open. We'll still cap it, so it's not going to be letting any water through, but we're going to probably excavate down to where that pipe is, bring it out this way, bring it out this way, bring it out that way. All that dirt we'll bring right up here on the dam. So inside the pond is starting to look really good. You know, we've got our nice slope coming up for the dam. The backside is a different story. We need a lot more dirt for the backside because this is probably a 2 to 1, maybe even almost a 1 to 1 slope on the backside. This needs to be tapered back quite a bit more and then packed in. So once we get this topsoil out of here, which that's another discussion. I've had a lot of people say you shouldn't be selling that. We'll have to see what we're going to do with that, if we are still going to sell it or if we're going to end up just using it, because now that it's already there, it's in the perfect place just to throw right on the backside of the dam. But we have so much other topsoil here that we could still sell that, and then with the dozer just start pushing dirt up this way from down there. Like I said, we've got 2 to 3 feet of topsoil here, so it would be nothing to go and scrape another foot off from everything that's back behind here. So not sure what we're going to do there yet. But yeah, I am starting to get really excited about this pond now that it's coming together. We have the shape, we have the outline. It's looking really good. I'm actually in love with the size of this pond. We were originally planning on going a little bit bigger, but after thinking about it, I think it's going to be a little easier to maintain having it be this size. And this is still going to be plenty big. People keep asking, why are you building a pond? Well, the first reason is because we wanted one. Second, third, and fourth reason, swimming, fishing, ice skating. Last winter, if you guys remember, we went to a buddy of mine's house who has a pond, and we spent a lot of time clearing the snow off the pond, Zamboniing it, playing hockey, skating, you know, taking the family out there. And it was a lot of fun, but the whole time I kept thinking, man, I'm dragging all of my equipment, the Zamboni, a generator, the chainsaw to cut a hole in the ice, all of that stuff. And it was kind of a hassle to take it to somebody else's place to do all that, but it's going to be so much easier just to have it here. And, you know, we've got a 18-month-old at home. I'd like him to grow up in the wintertime being able to ice skate on his own pond. I just think it's really cool. Plus, not only that, but the house is sitting right up there. It's just going to be beautiful to walk out the front door in the morning and just see a nice, beautiful pond sitting here. So that's my justification for doing it. I know I don't need to justify anything to you guys, but at the same time, I like to try to explain when we start seeing a lot of the same comments pop up. But yeah, guys, I would say if you're planning on doing a pond, dozer is the way to go. You know, every situation is different. There might be some instances where an excavator would be a more useful tool, but given the slope that we had on this pond, I think if we would have had this from day one and just pushed everything downhill, we would have been done probably a week or 2 weeks ago. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up, click that subscribe button. We'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.